Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here is George. Bitcoin yesterday have a huge drop down right here from the bottom. We see the bottom in the first place, February 28, 4 p.m. It reaches to around 78,000, which we could see from the weekly chart. From the weekly chart, we see it still yet haven't touched the 50-day average, moving average. But from the previous one, we could see this one, August 5. Everyone knew what happened in August 5 is the carry trade being end, and we have a pullback very big right here, and the needle from this one it's kind of look like having the same pattern as previous August 5. Yeah, that's from the chart. And from very emotional side, not very technical, but still shows us something that Bitcoin has a huge drop down this week. It's sharp, it's fiercey, and we are reaching somehow. Well, I somehow feel kind of released actually, because when Bitcoin having the dip this far, and we see ETH is already stuck, break through the purple line, which is the 100-day moving average. So I think currently it's somehow crypto looked quite unfamiliar, or for a beginner somehow we are all in a stage of a new trend, and this trend doesn't lead by any of the miners or who owns a lot of Bitcoin, but who have the most liquidity, and without no doubt it's obviously the institutions. So we could see the pattern here for Ethereum is pretty dangerous, but I think still from the message side, from the logic side, there's no worry. There is needn't to be so much worry about Ethereum. Why? Because consider about all the smart contract, consider all about the digitalized assets trying to input onto the blockchain. If BlackRock tend to do this, and if American government tend to do this, which means the biggest liquidity provider in the whole world, because we are all counting these assets by USD, not by Malaysia ringgit, not by Japanese yen, and not also by any other fiat money, is by US dollar. So in a way, I see this trend is quite weird actually, but still they have some logic inside. Okay, since from the weekly chart we can see, since the 1/3 beginning of December, we have the drawdown pattern and a little pullback, drawdown, and try to stable over here and draw down, try to stable and draw down. So we have this downtrend, so-called in a bull market, already last for longer than 3 months. So it's 1/4 of the drawdown. And we see from the pattern, okay, if we see last one from March 2024, 11 somewhere, they pull back until the beginning of May. It's still just 2 months and have a little pullback, then fall to a deeper adjustment, which we have the lower Ethereum is lower than the August 5. So it means somehow probably ETH will have a recovery, then Bitcoin dipping into a certain level, whether it's touched the 50-day moving average or not. Well, this is from the chart, what we can see, and I think there is needn't to be checking about other altcoins, but we could check whether the influencers is doing something currently. Well, from this social media perspective, like drawing all the traffic inflow into crypto, okay, our dearest Brian, anyway, I like Brian, but he doesn't renew any of the episode until 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, he didn't unleash any new video. And right here, we could also see, okay, Virtual Bacon. If we check, then it also didn't renew video for 2 weeks. Yes, which previously you could see from a month, it will at least be 4 video, or sometimes even higher. But who is still constantly doing something? I still want to recommend one man I really rely on with all the into the cryptoverse. We could see from the point of view of Benjamin. Benjamin told us just 1 day ago, he still constantly release all the new videos and told us what's happening in the market and what shall we see through all the rumors, biases, and even the price chart, see through the fears. So Benjamin told us Ethereum finally going home. And from the previous one, his description, we could probably guess. I didn't check the video yet, but from his previous video, we probably could check. This means somehow we probably going to have a reverse from them. Also, who is still, okay, still checking about Benji, he seldomly talk about Solana, but somehow he talked about Solana this day. Just from the news perspective. And there is one actually very interesting stuff I want to mention right here. We just check TradingView. The logic right here for crypto is, I think it's rely on 2 comparison. One is the gold and one is SPX like 500 index. Because even you think from your toe, right? The S&P 500 is much larger than the crypto market. Even one Apple company is bigger than the whole market cap of crypto. So if you have a pattern like this, that all the Tesla, whether it's Tesla or Apple or not Netflix or gold, somehow having the price adjustment. So why do they have the price adjustment? The logic is whether institutions or the money who got from all these assets, they need to cash out and buy something else. So what is the something else? What is the something else? Previous day, the trend of tariffs and all this global geographic trend told us, okay, somehow the price of the gas, the gasolines, or the WTI, just price of the gas is tend to flow up a little bit, and that was all the necessity if you still need to produce anything. So one interesting trend I also noticed from all the market. First, okay, this is rated in Chinese, but it says all the stock market in Japan, Korea, Singapore, Australia is having a pullback. They have a pullback, and then we could see from the Chinese market, the mainland market, the most pullback happens on the artificial intelligence side, because we trade somehow artificial intelligence idea for the future perspective of more productivity or more innovation happens right there, but it's still yet to come. It's still yet to influence our life, like daily manufacturing or daily everything. The productivity is not relevant with that one. So which got bought up, which got money to flow in very easily. We see all the gasoline stuff, the like gasoline related industry, IPO companies, and all this from marketing side. You got all the food, all the beers, they got bought back, and it's actually huge. It's actually huge. Like somehow the market is very clearly, I think not very clear, but somehow telling us, we see Bitcoin have a dip right there, but actually Bitcoin isn't big compared to SPX 500, and the dips from Bitcoin means someone need to cash out this kind of money to buy something else, and the same price pullback, cash out action happens also in Apple, in Tesla, in Microsoft, in Nvidia. You see, there is a huge downtrend, and then ball back a little bit. It's like we want to cash out from the bank, but we cash out too much, and somehow the price drop into a certain level we saw cheap, so they buy back a little bit, but it's not a reverse. Because I think from this side, the need of the market and requirement of the market somehow dominant the whole money flow. We cannot technically say which support line supports Bitcoin or others, because very easily you could understand that even Bitcoin dip very hard, the others, okay, you can see crypto total market cap excluding top 10 dominance. Actually, the other altcoins have a little bought back because they're really cheap right now, and there is no reason we need to cash out anything so cheap at a price we even lose money and to buy something else. So from the institutional driven trend in this bull run, I tend to feel, okay, there is some reverse might happen, might in procedure, in like they're cooking, right? They're cooking, but you have to be clear right here. It's easily, okay, Bitcoin used to get a parallel. Bitcoin used to, okay, is struggling right there, but you could not say very struggling. There is not just, terrible sell-off until this one. We have a sell-off, nearly 18% sell-off from 96K to 78K something, and it breaks 80K. But the others market cap actually have a little bought back. Actually, they didn't change much compares to Bitcoin deep below February 3. Bitcoin definitely deep below February 3. You can see from the chart right here, Bitcoin in February 3, it's kind of like a experiment sell-off and the market panic. But with the real sell-off of Bitcoin, the others haven't moved so much. You could see others is somehow outperforming Bitcoin in a way from this sell-off. So could it be an altcoin season happening very soon? I think the answer is definitely not. But could it be a reverse in the trend of Bitcoin dominance dropping and all this other coin tend to have an upper trend directional just directional goes up? I think probably will. And there is a lot of information I just mentioned in this video because I have been thinking and looking at all the chart, doing some analysis, not very detailedly because you don't want to dive in one scenario and you are somehow ignore the whole picture. So from the broad overview, just compares to this chart, Bitcoin in February 2 and February 28, others in February 3 and February 28. Something just cooking. You could clearly see something is cooking. So be patient, not moving so fast, but probably there is a chance for us to grab a bag. Not too much, but there is a chance to grab a bag. I think not very far. Not very far. So stay tuned, and here's George. I think this episode really makes sense you to subscribe and push a like, leave some comment below in this channel, because you know you're gonna have our eyes really sharp to define and determine which direction we are going. And if you could carry the wind somehow, probably making money, build a whole comprehensive strategy for yourself. And I will also share my idea, but none of this are financial advice. But I think still this will be useful for you and me to improve and gain some knowledge and wealth in crypto. So I think that's all for this one, and thanks for watching so far. Period. See you in the next one.